everyone. It's the beginning of May, and as I record this, it's the end of April, and I just realized I need to go get my water bottle. And yes, so I'm gonna leave the video running because my water bottle's not far away. And just a minute. So, hi everyone. Message number one that wants to come through for May, for all of us, is, here I go, I'm gonna get my drink. Take a pause for yourself and to take care of yourself, even if it's inconvenient or a little impromptu, or seems out of place or unproductive. You need to take pauses frequently during the month of May this year, 2021, to nourish yourself. That includes things like drinking water, taking your vitamins, eating your vitamins via dark leafy greens. In folk traditions, like in Appalachia, where I am from, in early spring, you go out and you gather some of the first greens, which are things like wild leeks, also called ramps. And it's seen as a delicacy now, but it was like almost a necessity back in the day when they didn't just go to the grocery store and buy greens all winter long. They sometimes were like nutrient, mineral deficient come early spring. Just like the wild animals, you know, you're looking for some really good nutrients. Well, those early greens coming up, dandelions, spring onions in your yard if you're not using like weed control stuff. We have tons of dandelions and spring onions, and I love it. We add them to salads and soups, and we do have ramps too. So, taking time to replenish nutrients, because we're coming out of a long winter, both metaphorically and physically. And you might be in a different hemisphere. Oh, here's another. We're on to message 2. I need to close my door. Just a second. My door, fortunately, is just 2 feet that way, so... or more like 4 feet, you know. So message number 2, give yourself, I guess some time out would be a way to put it, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. Give yourself some time out. This means actually physically closing doors and putting some distance between yourself and other people for a little while. And what do you do with that time? Gosh, just like enjoy the silence. That's one thing you could do. Some people might say meditate. Personally, I'm a pretty active meditator, so I'm not gonna like sit om, 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 om. Oh my goodness. I tend to like to do things like walking, jogging, you know, I'm one of those people who gets ideas in the shower and stuff, because that's kind of the wiring of an active meditator. You might be like that too, similarly wired. There's nothing wrong with you if you can't sit in silent sitting meditation for an extended period of time. I mean, you could probably, but it's like you don't really get the benefit from it, you know, that you would expect. Like, you don't get great insight, you don't get the relaxation and stuff. You might be an active meditator, so just reading a book. Sometimes if you get in that rhythm, reading a book, or walking, being out in nature, laying on the grass. These are all really good ways to meditate that maybe aren't what you would picture as meditation. So closing your door and giving yourself a little bit of space for yourself to be with yourself. Self, 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 self. And I'm not promoting selfishness, no, but I am promoting self-care. Spirit promotes self-care at all costs, is what they're saying. Self-care at all costs. So this leads me to start budgeting in, spending a little money for self-care. That might look like, okay, you budget in for 1 massage a month, or 1 massage a week, if you can do that, or 1 massage a day, if you can do that. Or marry a massage therapist like I did. And I'm a massage therapist by training too, so it's an equal exchange, okay? I, of course, didn't marry him for that alone. But, you know, it's there. It's a nice perk. Yeah, so budgeting in a little money, some moolah, some cash, some dough. Even if it's just like $5 a month that you get to spend on something like a new scrub brush for your feet. If you like, you know, tending to your feet like I do. Even though there are those who see my feet and would say that I do nothing for them. That they are hard, calloused masses of who knows what. But I actually, you know, wash and scrub them once or twice a day and try to rub lotion into them about as much. So, yeah, budget in some actual financial stuff for you. Let's see. For those of you with kids, this is a message that's coming through. I have kids. I have 3 kids. I have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old. All boys. All noise. All toys. All over the house. All the time. No, it's okay. I could stay zen. To a certain point. If you have kids, May, what's your message? With regards to your kids, bring it in home. That's what I'm hearing, bring it in home. And this means just making home a really special place, taking time to do little fun things around home. Sometimes I think as parents we get in this mindset like, I have to go out, I have to take them out to have fun, I have to take them out here, I have to take them out there, I have to take them out everywhere to have fun. Well, to some extent that's true. Like, it's socialization, it's getting out in the world, it's a great thing. But for May, it's bring it on home, and it's about creating fun times at home. Special, memorable, fun times at home. Whether you do, like, it's not Easter or anything like that, and you might not even celebrate Easter, or you may. All right, hi again. That cut out very suddenly, but I remember where I was at, and then I'll tell you where I was at. So where I was at was, if you have Easter eggs, whether you celebrate Easter or not, blah, blah, blah. You just heard me say that. For me, there's been like an hour between there. Because I had to get my battery recharged. And that's a message for me. I didn't check to see that I had a full battery before I started recording. That's something that normally I would do. So, make sure you are running on a full battery. Every morning when you wake up, see, did you get enough sleep last night? If you didn't, be mindful of that during your day and take time to rest. When and if you can. When and if you can is what I'm hearing. And a reminder that like a 3-minute power nap goes a long way. Can make up for like 2 hours of lost sleep sometimes. So even like at the end of like your work lunch break or whatever, you have a pause and taking care of kids, or yeah, whatever you have, just 3, 5, 10 minutes laying down in the sunshine on the grass or on a bench or on your sofa or whatever. It's going to go a long way to getting you rested and restored. Recharge your battery. Make sure you're running on a full battery, and if you're not, be mindful of it. Okay, so I wasn't running on a full battery just then, probably in more ways than one. Our electronic devices do tend to reflect us, especially the ones we use often, like cell phones and stuff. If your cell phone battery is running low, chances are you should use that as a cue, like, how are you doing personally on your own person battery? And do you need to feed yourself some more juice, get juice, nourish, get a meal, take a break? What do you need? So the Easter egg hunt idea that was coming through is just like, even if it's not Easter, to create something fun around home. Hide the eggs around your house if you don't have outdoor space, or if you have outdoor space, great, use it. Hide the eggs out there. And, it doesn't have to be chock full of nasty candy, is what I'm hearing. It can have like fun little stickers and notes that say I love you, and fun little toys, little Lego figurines, or I don't know, whatever your kid likes, little erasers, collectible erasers. So yeah, those are all great things. You can create some fun around home for the kids. Remember, if you don't have kids, we all have inner child. So having kids really brings inner child work to the forefront for us individually. If you don't have kids, you still have an inner child, and yeah, maybe create some fun around home for your inner child, whether it's putting something on the wall that makes you laugh and giggle every day, or like a note or a picture, or just finger painting, taking some time to do something that nourishes your inner child, who is sometimes starved for attention, frankly. Okay. So moving along, May, I'm hearing time in nature. I mean, when is that not important? But time in nature to balance your electrical system. And I feel like I'm seeing a big storm rolling in. Not literally, like outside my window, it's clear blue skies. It's beautiful. See the mountains, and the redbud trees are blooming. It's so pretty. But in my mind's eye, I see a big storm rolling in. And that doesn't necessarily mean gloom and doom. Like, storms bring really good things. They bring great rain for the crops to grow. But they can shake us up, and they can be a little scary and intimidating at times. Some people get really excited about storms, and they go storm watching and storm chasing and all that. My dad used to sit on the porch and watch the storms. I would go huddle in the laundry room with a pile of pillows, because the laundry room was like the room with no windows in the middle of our house. So I thought it was safe, like the safest place to be. Yeah, the lightning and thunder used to really rattle me and really shake me to the core. And anyway, when the storms of life blow through, some of us get rattled by the thunder and lightning. That's natural. It's like all the fighting or shouting or whatever's going on, all the apparent chaos. It's like, whoa, a little frightening and intense sometimes, like a storm, like the billowing gray clouds, like the swirling wind, like the lightning and the loud rumbling thunder. You might have a dog that's like scared of storms, you know, and they wear those thunder jackets, right? You can buy these like jackets to put on your dog so they're not quite as terrified of the storm. It helps calm them a little bit in the storm. So what is your personal thunder jacket? What do you put on? What tool do you have in your toolbox, your spiritual, mental, emotional, psychological toolboxes? What do you have in there that works like a thunder jacket? Because when the storms roll in, if you get like freaked out and scared and run and hide, well, sometimes you're going to miss out on like what's going on. You'll lose touch with reality. You'll maybe just miss like witnessing something really marvelous or impressive. Sometimes it's actually very nourishing and good to go out in the rain. Probably not when there's lightning active. You know, so yeah, your personal thunder jacket. That's just a question coming through from Spirit. I have not reflected on that one much myself. All right. So yeah, I don't really have more to say about that one. I'm going to do a little singing bowl just to help. It's my G sharp singing bowl. G sharp works throat chakra. It's a great healing tone. So I'm just going to bring through, and sometimes the sound will change, the vibration will change. So I'm just going to listen in. Enjoy. So it's starting out with a really deep tone, kind of like a storm rolling in. It's starting to lighten, starting to lighten. You can hear it getting higher. Blessings, peace, abundance, and flow. Blessings, peace, abundance, and flow. All right. So, I mean, it's all kind of channeled message. I'm just, while I'm doing these videos, I'm constantly tuning to what does Spirit want to bring through. So just right now I'd like to do just a more intense channeling. I have my healing crystal from Brazil. A friend brought it back from the area where she went to see John of God, the medium, spiritist, I think, down in Brazil. I've heard things about him. I don't know that much, but she brought me back a couple crystals from there as a gift. It's beautiful. So it's one I like to use to just tune to Spirit and ask the goddess to ground me, send my light down to the core of the earth, back up again. We're knitted into the earth. All right, so what I'm seeing is the Wizard of Oz. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. And so I feel like in May, there may be a desire to Go someplace higher, go someplace better, somewhere over the rainbow. You know, it was Dorothy was singing about getting away, just someplace where it's not so heavy and troublesome sometimes. Does life feel heavy and troublesome sometimes? Or more than sometimes? That's a question to ask yourself, and you might know the answer right away. That's kind of in the energy right now, though, the collective energy, heavy and troublesome. Let's fly away over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly. So there's that, I think he's a Hawaiian singer, IZ, Israel, and I don't know what his last name is. I'm so sorry. He's beautiful and brilliant, and he played his little ukulele, and he had this huge heart and just so much to give and share with us. Such a spirit, such a soul and a body, and he sang a version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow and mixed it in with Louis Armstrong. What's that? I see skies of blue, red roses too, I see them bloom because of you, or something like that. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. So here we go. So we would like to get away, but let's make a concentrated effort to think to ourselves, what a wonderful world. To think into being a wonderful world. Okay, so perception is very important. How we're perceiving and thinking about the world around us. Think beauty, think positive, think I can do it, think this is what I want, rather than seeing all the things that's like, I don't want that, I don't want that, and I don't want that. Think, this is what I want. This is me. This is what I want. I want this kind of world. So, beauty, envisioning beauty. And I feel like some of us are really getting down about current events, current situation. And personally, I haven't gotten too down about that. I've had personal stuff in my life that's gotten me way down since this whole pandemic thing blew up in everybody's faces. But in a way, that those personal trials have kind of saved me from getting too hung up in the big hubbub, because I've been like, all my energy is taken up by just handling what's going on at home or whatever, you know. And maybe you're in a similar situation, but I think that's a big message for us, just to really think positive, even if you're like in the midst of a negative situation, coming out of a negative situation, coming out of winter. Think nourishing thoughts back to those early spring greens, the dandelion greens, the wild leeks, spring onions, you know. Nourish, your body needs nourishing after coming out of the bleak winter. We're coming out of the bleak winter of the soul, guys. The whole world is coming out of it, and let's envision the happy, envision what we want, envision the beauty. And so I'm going to end there, and I hope that this energy message brings through something very valuable to you this month. If you would like an individual session, I'm open and available for those. You can email me at my business email address, which is intuitivehealinghypnosis@gmail.com. That's intuitivehealinghypnosis@gmail.com, and my website is in the link below the video or in the About section on my YouTube homepage. All right, thanks guys. Have a great month of May, And I'll probably see you for energy healing transmission mid-month, and then we'll see you definitely, oh my gosh, for a June video, summer solstice and all that good stuff. So blessings, peace, abundance, and what was the fourth word? Well, we'll get there. All right, lots of love. And can I turn it off? Do I know how? So, blessings, peace, abundance, and what was the fourth word? Well, we'll get there. All right, lots of love. And can I turn it off? Do I know how?